Welcome back to another edition of From the Desk. I am your broke-ass accountant, Samira Moyedin. This episode was supposed to be my long dispatch from the mealy-mouthed moderate middle conference brought to you by Haaretz here in Toronto. However, there is some disturbing breaking news that I think is much more important, and it happened on the campus of York University here in Toronto. On Tuesday, September 16th, a York University student was tackled and sent to hospital to get stitches by a Zionist organization that was operating on campus. The student was tackled for removing an Israeli flag from an organization that was tabling on the campus. Now, that's the headline, so let's break it down. The incident occurred at the annual York Fest Village. This is where student groups do what's called tabling. They provide pamphlets that basically tell you about what the student group does, who they are, etc., and they try and get people to join them. Now, park all of that. I'm going to play you the video, and you can see here that the student takes the Israeli flag off the table and runs. And then a gentleman wearing a black t-shirt that says Magen Herut goes after him. And then here he is being tackled and held down by that same person. Now, as I said, this student had to go to hospital and get stitches. But who tackles him? This guy, part of a Zionist vigilante group named Magen Herut. This is one of many vigilante groups that have popped up after October 7th in the city of Toronto. Some of them have even received charitable tax status from the Canada Revenue Agency. Now, I had previously captured Magen Herut numerous times on the campus of the University of Toronto. Watch this.
This is the vigilante organization that prowls around now on the University of Toronto campus. They are a vigilante group. Not sure what they're doing here among the students and faculty. J-Force, it says. J-Force. Perhaps they couldn't pass the test to become police, and now this is their lot in life.
Do you remember when Canada's former Minister of Public Safety, Marco Genocido Mendicino, promised a whole buttload of money to these groups? I do.
Protecting our community, protecting you. It's going to include funding that will see third-party security personnel.
Funding vigilante groups. What could possibly go wrong?
It means that you know that when you're out in the community, you're going to be better protected. I'm going to have more to say about exactly where this new funding...
Now remember, this is at a time when we have more police than ever on our streets and the largest budget of any police department in the whole of North America. But we're told that grown men who probably failed the test to become cops can now strap on Walmart walkie-talkies and cosplay IDF on university campuses across this city. Now, I reached out to York University with some questions. Here they are. Is York University allowing outside vigilante security companies to operate on its campus? 2. Did you have prior knowledge that this vigilante organization, Magen Herut, would be operating on your campus, and did you give them permission to do so? Now, I gave York University a deadline of 4 p.m. to respond yesterday. Nothing. I followed up again today. 1. Did you allow for this vigilante group to operate on your campus? And 2, is Maimonides a recognized student group to be tabling at York University? Nothing yet. Let's get back to what this organization is, the one tabling at York University. Maimonides, you can see them here at Toronto Metropolitan University, or TMU. And this is with the same guy that tackled the student. And here they are at the University of Toronto. There in the corner again is the same guy who tackled the student at York University. A group named Maimonides. You can see here they offer free trips to Israel and $1,000 stipend to students. Sign me up. I mean, come on. Wait a second. What? I'm getting word, just a second here. I'm getting word that York University just got back to us. Yes, let me just get this right for you here. Can we throw that? Let's throw their response here up on the screen. So this is from York University's Media Relations Office. Here's the statement. The university is deeply disturbed about an incident that occurred during the York Fest Festival Village event on Kiel campus on September 16th. This reads in part, here we go. The university does not permit private security on our campuses without prior approval. The university is now working closely with student groups and the YFS, that's the York Federation of Students, and through relevant university offices to ensure a thorough and impartial review. We understand that the Toronto Police Service was called and is also investigating. Of course, this doesn't answer our question about prior approval or knowledge on the part of York University, so we went back to York and we will update you when that response comes in. Before we go, a little bit about Magen Herut. Magen, this is the Hebrew name of God, meaning the Lord is my shield or protector. Herut translates to freedom, but that's not all. Herut, and this is where the name comes from. Herut is the major Zionist right-wing terror group headed by Menachem Begin. This is the Zionist terrorist who later becomes the Prime Minister of Israel. He was responsible for blowing up the King David Hotel and killing more than 90 people. Now, a little bit of historical context for you. December 4th, 1948, Albert Einstein, Hannah Arendt, and a slew of other anti-Zionists wrote about this group in the New York Times on December 4th, 1948. Let me bring this to you. This is what he says about the organization. Among the most disturbing political phenomena of our times is the emergence in the newly created state of Israel of the Freedom Party, a political party closely akin in its organization, methods, political philosophy, and social appeal to the Nazi and fascist parties. I didn't say it. Albert Einstein did. I'm just getting word. Okay, York University has again responded to us. Here it is. Let's put that up on the screen. York University had no prior knowledge that Magen Herut was operating on their campus. This is a very important piece of news because Magen Herut was there illegally. There are Zionist vigilante groups running rampant on our university campuses. They are assaulting our students. As always, we ask that you support the work we do. We cannot do this work without you. We are totally viewer and reader funded, and we want to keep it that way, bringing you the news that you most need to know now to make sense of the world we are living in. Please head on over to patreon.com/onthelinemedia. Show us some love. We will continue to be following up on this story and so much more. As always, stay tuned.